Hello, welcome back to another episode on Red Bull. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe and leave a like. Let's get into the story now. Thanks everyone for the kind words and advice.
Am I the a-hole for telling my mom to go back to the family she replaced me with? My mom 42 and I 22 male used to be really close. Like she's all I've ever had and she's the one who taught me to be as strong as I am today, and her becoming a cop inspired my whole life. I love her so much and I admire how strong she and I wish things were like how they were. Her uncle, my great uncle, managed to bring her to Canada from Kosovo in 1999, if that helps give you guys an idea of the kind of things that she's been through. When I went to university, our relationship started changing. She disliked my GFS. My uni choice. Wanted me to ferry home every weekend, and then I got a co-op term at a prestigious company in Vancouver. Don't ask. I'm not giving it up that she did not want me to work for cause she had a moral stance against it. I agree with her, but it was a great opportunity. I'm going to grad at the end of the term and I'm set for a job with the VPD cause of it. But my mom cut me off cause of it and straight up told me not to come back, so I had to move in with my great uncle and his son, my uncle. We started messaging again half a year ago after she sent me a chain message on WhatsApp, but we've been taking it slow. I follow my mom on IG, but she rarely posts, and when she does, it's anti-war stuff. But then she put up this post with a caption something like, "So happy to have a real family again. Can't wait to go on my new journey," and it showed her boyfriend and her with engagement rings and an ultrasound. Like, I don't know, it just triggered something inside of me. Am I not her real family? Were we nothing? It just made me very angry, like I'm going to have the sibling and stepfather I always wanted and she couldn't even be bothered to tell me personally? Well, I decided to wait and see how long it would take her to call me about the news, and she just didn't. Reading break was 2 weeks ago, and at the end of it my mom came to my great uncle's house to pick something up. She saw me and tried acting like no time had passed and how excited she was for my graduation and this and that. She still didn't acknowledge she's getting married. I just told her not to care about my graduation and to go back to the family she replaced me with. Left and stayed gone till she went home. My uncle told me that what I did made her cry and I was an asshole to her, and my great uncle told me that I should have handled things with more tact. I feel bad about it cause she was reaching out to me and everything's been frosty with my uncle since then. Am I the a-hole for losing it on my fiancé for disinviting my stepsisters from our wedding? I'm gonna keep it short. I f 25 am getting married to my fiancé next month. We've had no issues with the wedding planning except the guest list. Context. I have a large family. I have 2 stepsisters 18, 20 and a biological brother 27 and also a biological sister 30. My fiancé argued that the guest list should be cut short and suggested I only invite my immediate family. I asked him to elaborate and he suggested excluding my stepsisters. I said no and got upset with him for implying that they're not family. He said, "Well, this wasn't what I meant. I was just speaking from a technical angle. Especially since I didn't include them in the wedding party like Mo and bridesmaids. So he thought they were unneeded, but I said they are wanted. And will always be wanted and included by me." Well, days ago, my stepsisters called saying my fiancé canceled their invitations and told them some lie about changing wedding location and telling them they won't be able to come. I was fuming. I went home and started screaming at him. He asked that I hear him out, then explained he had no choice since we were required to shorten the list. And he just did my dirty work for me since I obviously was looking at the situation from an emotional angle and couldn't bring myself to disinvite my stepsisters myself. I called him a hypocrite cause he invited almost 6 of his friends who, as far as I know, aren't immediate family. I told him he hurt my stepsisters by going behind my back and excluding them from my wedding, which they've been so excited about. He got up from the couch and yelled that it's our wedding, so my stepsisters' feelings aren't really that relevant compared to his, and called me controlling for wanting my way or the highway. He took his phone AMD, stormed out to see his friends. Some of his friends called to scold me for how I'm treating their brother on, then went on about how rude I was to suggest that their brother disinvite them from the wedding just because I don't like them, and called it a you problem. My female called and is wanting to sleep to me. He probably told her what's going on and she is probably going to ask that I apologize for yelling. Am I the a-hole for going on an expensive vacation and not helping fund my sister's IVF? My 30M sister 34F has been struggling to conceive with her husband for a few years now. They recently went to a gyno and were told they likely would be unable to without IVF. Obviously she's upset about it. I'd their exact financial situation, but she and her husband are both teachers at private schools. They said their insurance doesn't cover it at all and that they were told it would likely be about $25,000 all in with the medication and everything. There is no guarantee of success and it could be $25,000 and no positive result. They asked me and my parents if we could help pitch in, and my parents objected due to it being against their religious beliefs. I'm not religious at all and don't have any ethical objections, but that's just a lot of money with no guarantee, so it seems like a bad idea and I'm just not comfortable with giving that amount to a family member. My wife and I work hard and we don't want to potentially throw money away if it didn't succeed, so we told them no. She was upset but left it at that at the time when we told her. Well, my wife and I have always wanted to go to Europe, and now that travel is back on, we decided to take a trip together. I don't use social media, but my wife does, and she got excited and posted on her story a confirmation of our flight being booked. Well, my sister saw that and then texted me saying how I was an asshole for spending all this money on a vacation but not helping my own sister have a family. At first I brushed it off as her just being upset at her situation, but then today I got another mean text from her. Am I the a-hole here? Am I the a-hole for not helping my partner with our newborn? I know the title sounds bad. But I'm finding myself in a very difficult situation and I'm genuinely not sure if I'm in the wrong here. I 27M am a surgical resident. My partner 27F was a teacher, but is currently a stay-at-home mother to our newborn child. We met in college and have been together for just over 7 years now. Last year she took a pregnancy test after missing her period and found out she was pregnant. We were both happy, but also concerned about taking care of a child. My main concern when we found out was that I could not help out with the child because I work 80 to 100 hours a week. However, we both love each other and did want a family. So in the end we decided to keep the child and that she would take time off of work while I was completing my residency and take care of the kid. I would complete my residency and then, after having somewhat more humane hours, would obviously split child caring duties equally with her so that she can also return to work. It's been 3 months since our kid was born now and things have been rough to say the least. I'm still working nearly 100 hours a week and am constantly at the brink of exhaustion. If anything, my workload has increased since then, as I am now learning how to perform larger operations. My sleep is almost non-existent and I'm constantly under intense pressure due to my work environment. Things have obviously been rough for her, too. The pregnancy and delivery were without complication. But it goes without saying that it was still hugely taxing on her mentally and physically. Recently, my partner has been asking me to take care of our kid when I get home. Initially I helped her without hesitation, feeling like it was within my capacity and wanting to support her. But in the past few weeks she's been asking more and more of me, and a few days ago she demanded I take care of our kid immediately as I walked into the door. I hadn't even had time to take off my shoes yet, and when I said just give me a second she told me to hurry the fuck up. I later learned that she had an incredibly rough day and was just at capacity. But in the moment I was so caught off guard I yelled at her to back the fuck off. I was too exhausted to deal with it then, so I locked myself in the bathroom to take a long shower and calm down. We later talked about what had happened and apologized to each other. But during it she essentially told me that she felt like I wasn't doing enough to take care of the kid and that it was our responsibility equally. I told her that I felt like I was already doing more than we agreed on and that I can literally not do any more than what I am currently doing. After talking and arguing about this for about 2 hours, we still couldn't come to an agreement and decided to leave the topic for now. So am I the asshole for not wanting to take on a larger parenting role during residency? Friends I've talked to seem split on the matter.
Thank you for watching.